believe the select version is best, and others who believe the fallback calendar spelled out in the charter is best. All options are flawed, and I believe this option is the least flawed. Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to clarify a process thing that was stated incorrectly inadvertently, which is that the motion on the floor now is Mr. Weiss's motion. I'm going to open discussion to both sets of dates, both Mr. Weiss's and the select board's. If Mr. Weiss's motion is voted in, then it becomes the main motion. If it fails, we fall back to the motion of the select board. But then we will come to a vote on the motion of the select board, and a yes means the select board dates are what's used in what we submit to the state. If the main motion, which is the select board motion, fails, we do not fall back to the charter language. It simply fails, and we fall back to the default January date if there's no request to the state. Is that understood? There's no motion with the dates that are in the charter. The main motion is, in the warrant, the main motion from the select board is their proposed dates.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Mr. Moderator, could we...
Identify yourself, please.
Jane Wald, Precinct 1. Could we please see the dates in the amended motion on the earlier sections?
That requires going back on the screen.
Oh.
Mr. Hannon.
Oh, you have it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the select board one. We need Mr. Weiss's.
Here, I have a copy of it. Here. You do it. You're pro.
So the gist of it is the special election would be on December 4th, and the primary would be on, what's the date of the primary?
October 16th.
October 16th. And then all of the other dates fall into that framework for when nominations are due, et cetera. And again, what we will eventually be voting on is whether to accept Mr. Weiss's substitute as the main motion. But I'm opening this up to discussion now, and you can talk about the pros and cons of either motion or of doing neither motion. Yes, I see a white card, third row there.
Chris Riddle, Precinct 2. What I need is a 3-column chart. One that shows the charter, one that shows the select board, and one that shows Mr. Weiss's amendment. I'm really having trouble getting my mind around this.
While we continue with our discussions, is there a volunteer who thinks they can come up with a one-page chart that could be readable on the front screen? Give it a try. That includes Mr. Weiss's dates as well? Yes. Okay, it's handwritten, but I actually think it's very helpful. Yes, I see a white card in the center. By the way, just before, I'm going to call on you, but who still doesn't have red cards? Raise your hand. I don't know, but I heard red. So a couple people don't have red. Who doesn't have green cards? But so we'll still work.